Nino Odette.
This is going to be something. We're going to enjoy this game for sure.
Game 3, we'll find out as AP Bren gets settled in with Minana.
I understand why our audience thinks that there's a lack of damage for Minana, but wait till you see the CC Angela, man. That's I don't know if you've ever played up against it.
In lane?
In lane,
yeah.
like in late game, 1v1. That's
just unkillable.
Unkillable. And Kirk decided to go for Purify. I love that decision.
It's like one of those moments where the CC is non-stop flexing on you, diving on your face, and you can't remove him. You can't stop him because he's... war flashbacks, bro.
Dude, man, I mean, everybody's, everybody's very happy playing Mobile Legends until you see like Louis Masha, Louis Arlott, CC Angela.
What do you mean they're not happy?
Yeah.
They're
I'm not happy when I face them.
When
dude.
I face them, yeah, when you face
You're
them.
happy if you're playing them.
I was just saying that just means you have to pick them up first.
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's what you do.
So we're looking forward to that, right? We're looking forward to a point where Kirk can go ham.
Yeah.
And we might see that later or sooner than you expect. Because right now, they are getting the kill on Kyle Teasy. That slows down the AP Bren jungler by a lot.
That's a great pickoff this early on, especially with the 10 seconds away from the turtle coming up here. Although, he's going to be back for the fight, but this early kind of kill, this first blood here, especially going to the hands of Lancey, will kind of help them in a way that should get them this first objective, at least the little advantage they have. They're still going to have to get these level 4s online here, but a good start.
Yeah. Okay. Massive start for Minana. It was, interestingly, the rotation for the Florin was in the bottom lane. And look at this. I really like this decision coming up from Kaizen. Instead of going for the turtle, he went for the buffs. He wants to mitigate the potential XP lane difference. XP difference between two laners.
It's like he's predicting that Kyle TC is going to go ahead.
Yes. So he preemptively got the purple buff, which means that they are more interested in fighting Turtle 3 and Lord 1 instead of Turtle 1. Interesting.
Because we've seen teams do this before.
Yes.
We've seen them also we've actually seen teams just give up all 3 turtles. Even against AP Bren, some teams actually opt for this and then they just try to get to a point where, okay, we're ready to fight for that next objective after those 3 turtles, which is the Lord.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think they give up each one. The first one was, it looks like they just want to go that route and then get ready for that second one and contest it. But for now, it's still pretty much even across the board. We'll see if Minana Evos can find another pickoff. That's one of the great things about this Akai pick. If they can find the lockdown, that's great. Lancey picking up the Necklace of Durance is going to help with some of that sustainability. But I feel like when we get to this point in the game, my kind of worry here from Minana Evos when they start forcing some of these fights is now dealing again with few on this Odette pick, which we know can the Thorough Pit with the damage can actually be quite intense early on.
Gonna be AP Bren resolving. Let's see how they will approach this, because the thing with Odette is that this is very strong when it comes to like dealing the damage, but there are a lot of conditions to be met. First is items. You need 2 items, or at least 1 item at the start. And next is your positioning, and also your management of your flicker and your dash with your ultimate. So as much as it looks explosive when it's good, but it's not the easiest to pull off.
It feels like a 2-part ult where you kind of have to rely on your roamer too much compared to other mid laners.
But this is good too. The fact that few got the Necklace of Durance as well, sometimes the job might just be, you know what, get the Swan Song off, get that debuff around, and then let the rest of AP Bren kind of capitalize on that. Right now, they're just going to grab another turtle here.
Yep.
So Minana Evos still choosing not to go ahead and really contest this, continue to farm up in these side lanes especially. Heartguard as well there, down for Domeng.
It makes sense, right? It makes sense why they're doing this, because Kaizen, I think he experienced that last game. He was gapped tremendously.
Yes, exactly.
And he couldn't actually answer any objective because of the level difference.
I remember when there was when I was handling a team with Akai, it was last season. I always say that Akai was meta back then, but the main weakness of Akai is he cannot play catch up when it comes to the farm. So sometimes it's worth it to just secure the jungle and let go of some of the kills, let go of some of the neutral objectives, just to make sure that Lord 1 and 2 you have good EXP. So that means that you're level 12 by Lord 1, and by Lord 2 you're maxed out level 15. By then you can now start to focus on kills.
See if they go that route, focusing on the kills. Really a very low kill game from at least what we've seen even from the other series today, but that might be the plan for Minana Evos. That might be the winning plan for this, to get them to a possible game 3 here. Just kind of take things slow. Know that we have to build up, especially in terms of, having a Harith on this lineup, dealing with that, like you mentioned, even with Kaizen on the Sakai, and working around the strengths and weaknesses of the lineup they have. Sustainability is going to be great, but really, for Domeng, especially like we've seen from Harith before, even in other series today, you need that time to build up here. So already some focus on this bottom side, Heart Guard as well, but they're just going to push them back for now, holding on to these tier 1s as much as possible.
I don't know if that's going to feel good, already using up your Heart Guard, but look at HP bars of Domeng, man. My goodness, this Odette can really dish out the damage.
And how about that play from Apbr? They're not that concerned about getting kills, and this is an argument that we did in the previous game. It's not much about the kills, it's more about what you do after those pokes. So some damage onto the bottom lane, and immediately Apbr have parked themselves around the turtle. That was their priority. They weren't really concerned about the kills. All they need to do was to take this on a macro level where Super Marco is able to double lane, and they naturally push the bottom lane as well because they cleared up the minion waves down bottom.
Wow. Again, I think that's something you really have to talk about when it comes to working with the macro level from this. Bren, Kirk, okay, he's going to be fine, but the master class that you see from Bren from series to series is this macro display that they have. And they've really refined it over the past year, depending on even what lineup they have. And so when you're kind of playing this game, you're hoping that they just don't get too far ahead, because it's okay to slow things down and take things as Minana Evos has done, but eventually Bren continues to get this small lead. The compounding effect happens here. So given the whole 8 minutes, nearly the 8 minutes here, Minana Evos has to hope that they can find a winning moment leading into that objective, so that it's all worth it, is basically what we're getting to. So that it's all worth it, this slow kind of pace steady, the slow pace that they're going for against Bren, because if they lose that objective or something like this happens before the First Lord, the snowball effect's going to be huge for Bren.
And now another macro move from Bren. They're already guarding the orange buff. Super Marco already took away the Crammer that should have been there for Kaizen, so now Kaltizi is a level ahead of the Marksman. And what they're doing now is to try to usher that bottom lane and then just guard some of the potential jungling pattern for Kaizen.
Very, this is like super macro, right? Super macro gameplay, literally, for Bren. Just denying even the smallest camps means that they're just pushing Kaizen further and further with the retribution damage. And that matters so much. Now it will be a question of whether or not kills can happen here, as we are seeing Minana, seeing if they can maybe fight back a little bit.
Oh, they might actually put the pressure here.
For the heavy spin, trying to push Kaltizi to the turret, but it's not going to work. Kaizen, he's very, very deep in the fight here, though. There goes the Tore Apart memory. And again, the sustain from Minana is making sure that none of them dies.
Okay, good enough to stay alive for that whole exchange. Couple ultimates on both sides going to be used, and now happy with the resources. Bren will go ahead and start up this Lord here. So Minana Evos, can they go ahead and get reset, stall things out? Ultimate should be available by the time this fight actually breaks out. We know that these dances can take some time, so we'll see how Bren establishes this, the positioning that they have. They still have to respect the fact that even with an Akai across from them, they could get pushed out of range for that retribution battle. Unless Minana Evos decides, hey, we can't even fight this, let's give this up. We'll see how they play it out. Spider Miles.
Kaizen's close, though. He could actually, I think he wants to try for it. I mean, you can only give away so many objectives, right? Before you are forced to actually go and take a fight. Although the damage is going to be real here from Doming.
Oh, what a reset.
Oh, that was a huge reset. Doming's low, but here's Kirk. A healing here. Pandok making work onto that gold laner while Kirk is on the side. He's the one who has the heart guard.
Okay,
and now we're going to see how good this CC is. Well, right now, it looks like AP Bren are still able to completely dominate Minana, pushing them back and securing that. Actually, no, they didn't go for the Lord yet.
Not yet.
They got the Lord. No, they didn't. But they probably could.
They put the Lord very low. That prompted Minana Evos to kind of commit. And then when Kaizen showed himself, they did not hesitate. They went in for that chain stun, forcing the heavy spin, and they did. Then eventually they took out Kaizen. Kirk had an opening to go for Super Marco, but this is a Brody. It's not easy to take out the Brody at this stage of the game. And then you have Few to pop the ultimate, not only dealing the damage to Kaizen, but also pseudo-guarding Super Marco, because if you're the CC, you cannot go up close and personal against Super Marco because you're going to receive a ton of damage from the Odette. So Few had a lot of impact in that game despite the AP Bren getting only 1 kill.
Yeah, it's
11 minutes, one.
that's the thing, man. Like
I just realized that when you pointed it out.
It's very low kill game, but you have this is where you really have to appreciate
Unbelievable.
the macro stuff happening here from AP Bren, because that's really how you control these games and you win these objectives. It's not always about obviously these kills and everything like that. It's the macro level that AP Bren has chosen with this game too. And they don't have to get scrappy. These are like kind of extended team fights like we mentioned with the lineup that Minana Evos has. But even so, AP Bren still plays around it really well. So they have this first Lord. These shields are going to go down here, but they're going to lose this turret in the base of Minana Evos. We'll see if they can hold on to the rest of them.
Yeah, this looks really bad, obviously, for Minana. But you know what? You can't underestimate the damage coming in from Doming at this point. And if Super Marco, if you're not careful, that could be bad. Kaizen trying to go for broke here, knocked up by the Minoan Fury. Now it's a non-stop aggression coming in from AP Bren, knocking on the door here. 4v5. It is going to be tricky, but they're able to clear. They have enough wave clear at least to handle just for now.
They want to just get this top turret if they can. Get that base
I
completely
think
cracked
they can.
open.
This is Brody. They have so much damage in the early stages.
Oh, the final slash will miss in from Bando, but doesn't really matter, does it? Curtain call already activated. Kirk does not have enough power here to deal enough damage. And Doming, I think he's waiting for that perfect Zaman Force timing. But while waiting, all of their turrets, all their inhibitor turrets are gonna fall.
Will be very happy about that. AP Bren just first Lord take it. They are already able to take out all of the inhibitors with only 2 kills. It's almost like a whatever. What was that? Gandhi, the pacifist kind of thing.
Yep.
I forgot what it's called, but I think you know what I'm trying to say, right?
I do.
What did Gandhi say? What did
It's
Gandhi
something like
say?
about peaceful something. Like maybe the chat knows.
I can't pull up quotes from Gandhi here.
Guys, can you let us know what Gandhi says?
Yeah, something about being peaceful but also achieving your goals or something. Yeah, because that's what AP Bren is doing. They're just poking Minana Evos. Minana Evos couldn't fight. Super Mark is always scary. Okay.
Put on a show.
Okay. Okay. They probably deserve it.
They're choosing what was that? Peace? Choosing peace and happiness.
Choosing peace.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that, AP Bren, massive lead at this point of the game. Yes, a very low kill game, but we'll see. With this, working on that Lord, and Minana Evos trying to inch into this if they can actually get some vision here.
They already activated current call, so I think they should have wanted, they should have went there. But Kirk, again, just dodging so many skills here. Now Doming going up with the Zaman Force, dashing in and out, Synchro Vision, taking out Kyle TC this time around. Now it's Minana looking really good. It's only a 1-for-1 though.
Okay, 1-for-1 trade. Lord taken though. AP Bren gonna go ahead and get ready for this march in. Again, base fully exposed from Minana Evos.
It could be a good play from Pando. Has the flicker still. And the final slash.
See if
Might
we can
go
do
for
it
it.
here.
Yeah, it's a question mark. Does he have the timing? Does he have the angle, the correct angle to go in? Vengeance nearby Kaizen. Stun will miss up. And the final slash will miss as well. That means AP Bren will not have that huge
okay.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
He only hit it for a second, and now with the Lord, it's time to finish. It's AP Bren with a 2-0.
And AP Bren